hope that I can see the chat now. Okay. Am I online now? Nobody is watching. 12:30 Uhr. It's today. Ah, I'm live. Okay. Hello. The real Dice One, Graffiti. I'm recently sitting here and doing some black and white sketches, and I thought maybe it makes sense, and I go live because I'm sitting here anyways. Maybe I can answer some questions. Hello. Volume low. Okay. Okay. I still don't know who is responsible for the volume. I think it's my smartphone. I listen myself? No. Volume is fine. I just checked it. Okay. The name that I have to sketch for one of my customers is Richie. This is the next sketch I've done already. This one this morning, Peter the Tank. I've done this one on Saturday, and I need to do another sketch now for Richie, and I will keep the eye on the chat from time to time. Moin aus Bielefeld, lieben Gruß nach Bielefeld, Smoe, du geile Sau. Charles Longdick is there as well. Funny. Okay, we start with the letters. A big R, I, C, H, I, E, Richie. Baguette. Whoop. So I make the bars a little bit thicker. So usually when I sketch a black and white sketch, it takes about 1.5 hours. And I just wanted to test this, maybe it is interesting for you, so I don't have any editing. I can talk a little bit, tell you a little bit about what is going on in my life. And just having some content while I'm doing stuff that I'm doing anyways. Oh, this is already a nice R. Adding some chips. I want a big dot of the first eye. I would love to have it down here. Hello Smoe, hello Noah, Rüdiger Hermann, was geht ab? Ja, nicht viel, ich sitze rum und male. Und versuche ein bisschen live zu gehen. I try to keep the letters pretty basic first, and just add some tiny flows, some tiny extra elements here and there afterwards. The C melts together with the R on top here. So if you got any questions, feel free to ask them, so I have something that I can talk about while sketching, besides talking about the letters and stuff that I'm doing here. Hey, Smoe from Copenhagen, Denmark. Hey, Jens. Nice to have you here. Can I see somewhere how many people are in the chat? Is it possible to see it somewhere? Can you see it? How many people are in the chat? 23 likes. 78! Wow. I can't see it. Oh, can I see it on the phone? I need to check it. Ah, okay, I can see it on the phone. No, I'm selling these name sketches, but recently they're out of stock because I got so many requests, and I need to edit some new YouTube videos somewhere. So 5 new sketches will be in my shop in a week, and until then they're not available. And I will probably make just 5 sketches each month, so that I still got enough time for editing and so on. Which iPad Pro should I buy? If you're asking about the iPad Pro, I got the new iPad Pro, but it's bullshit. You can still buy the 2015 one with 16 gigabytes. It is absolutely enough for painting if you're painting with Procreate app. You don't need to have the best iPad Pro possible, because you can. It's just paint. You can paint on the old iPad Pro as well. Which camera I love the most? The question about the camera. I can't find. Ah, it's here. This is the camera that I'm using. It's the M50 old version of from Canon. It's pretty nice, but I have no idea about camera equipment. I just bought this because I thought it's good, and it works. Two questions. Charles Longdick asks if it is possible to drink some beer with me. Yes, of course. Come over and we drink some beer. You're so active in the comments, always. I would really love to drink some beer with you. And the question about my plans in 2023. Recently, I'm not that sure. I just gave up the weekly upload because I noticed that it is too much for me, and I don't want to have to paint and have to make all these small projects just to be able to keep the weekly upload. And I was a little bit addicted to numbers, to be honest. I was always in the YouTube statistics, and it was, I don't know. I think this is not the right way how to handle your art, and so I decided that I will stop the weekly upload and I will just make videos when I feel like it's a good project or it's a fun project or it's interesting, and I don't want to continue making these quote unquote hype videos. And yeah, I feel like I was a little bit on the wrong path the last 20 weeks when I did the weekly upload. Yeah, I don't like how the E is ending over there. I'll change that. Like this. Oh! Yeah, I forgot the second eye! Yeah, this happens when I go live. This is because I'm nervous. Thanks a lot. You forgot the second eye. Yes. You're right. You're right. So stupid. So maybe the conclusion of this live stream is that I should better not go live while painting, but we have to try it out. I just wanted to try it because so many people told me, "Oh, Smoe, you won't have any editing when you just go live," and I just wanted to try it. Maybe I make the opposite way, like the eyes. Yes, I forgot the second eye. Sorry, I'm just live. This happens when I'm live. Richie. So now. I'll make the nice E. Do I like to go live? I don't know. I'm still trying it out. And I was always saying that I don't like it and that I don't feel comfortable with it. And sometimes you have to challenge yourself, and sometimes you're just lazy. And until now, I have to say that I don't feel like I really like it. I feel like it's more chilled not to be live. Justin Schneider knows where my factory is. Yes, it's in Belgium. Yes, I will save this live. I will save this live and see that see how people react on it, and yeah. It's just a tryout. This is just a tryout. This is not. I did not plan anything. I just thought maybe I go, I go live now, and we will see what happens. So, okay. Yeah, the next time when I will be painting together with Doak is not planned yet. I wanted to paint with him in Frankfurt, but I got sick and I was not able to be there. And we did not plan anything new until now. So I got nothing to talk about. I don't know when I will see him the next time. But I always love it a lot to paint with him because he always is funny in front of the camera. We can learn so much from each other, and I'm really happy to have him in my life. So, in general, I'm happy with the letters, but now I want to add a little bit more action to it. Maybe something is flowing out somewhere, some extra elements are coming from somewhere. So, let's see where we can add stuff to it. I would love to have something coming from the H going down here, maybe up like this. This would be cool. Doki! Hello! Yes, of course we will do something. So I will add an extra bar that is going up here, like this. But if I have something like this on the right side, I need something similar on the left side to balance it. And this could come from the C. This would be nice to have something like this that is coming from the C going through the R, going downwards here. Yeah! And then we can immediately erase these two chips. We don't need them anymore. We get the extra power from this element that is coming from the C. Like this. Yeah, the next secret writer, it is such a problem with my chaotic life, with 4 children, a wife, and getting everything together and always having to think about how to how to make some money with my art. So I'm not that sure if I will be there, the secret writer again. I would love to, and I would love to be able to say yes to every request that comes in. I just 10 minutes ago I denied a question from somebody who wrote me from Belgium, and he wants to send me his black book and if I can write in it, and it is so sad that I have to say no to so many cool projects, and my day has just 24 hours and I was so at the limit of my possibilities because of the weekly upload that I had to say that I can't say yes to everything. Think about OnlyFans. Yes, good idea. Maybe I paint naked the next time. So, but as this element is interacting with the E so nice, and this is just outside of the R. I would love to make the main bar of the R go a little bit through it. This would be give it more extra power. And it's all about the extra power. And thanks again to everyone who told me that I forgot the second I. Oh man, this is so funny. Like this. Okay. Would be cool. If this bar was a little bit longer, like this. Richie. And if this could go a little bit more down. Can I send you a sketch with your name made by me? I'm a writer from Quito, Ecuador. Yeah, just write me an email. Smoe@smonova.de, and then you can send it to me there. And I will have 10 to 20 nice words for it. Efi Palas. There is Efi wants to become my video editor. I tried a video editor recently, and the problem that I have is that there is not that much money in the YouTube business, especially not when you're a graffiti artist. And I would love to pay you in a good way, and yeah. Efi Palas. I don't know, it's your Instagram? I would check. We can discuss this behind the scenes. Maybe you have a good Efi Palas Insta. Maybe you have a good offer for me, but I'm not rich or anything, so I don't know if it makes sense. But maybe you're such a good editor. Yeah, having an editor would be so cool. Just producing the projects and not having to deal with the editing. Well, editing is a lot of fun, but my recording is so chaotic that I don't know if someone else who was not there while I was painting is able to edit my videos at all. Okay, Richie. Let's do the block. I love it when the block goes downwards to one vanishing point in the middle. Chip here, chip there. Try to make it designer. It's hard to paint in winter. Yes, it's cold, but painting in winter for me, I like it more because when it's too warm, You can't do anything against the weather, but when it's cold, you can just wear more clothes. While when it's warm, there's a limit of clothes that you can not wear anymore. So I like painting in winter or when it's about 10 degrees outside. This is the perfect weather for me for painting. Good. I will do the outlines now. Hi Smoe, is there a website to find jams? No, I never found such a website, and I think it would be so cool to have a website where all jams are listed and where you can find jams and find the lineup so that you can meet the graffiti artists that you really would love to see in person. But I don't know such a website, and it would be so cool if it would exist, but as I know, it does not exist. Cold weather lowers pressure in high pressure cans too. Yes, it does. But in my experience, I've painted even when it was like 3 up to 5 degrees Celsius minus, and if you warm the spray paints at home so that you don't leave them in your car or don't leave them in your storage in the garage, they usually work pretty fine. Some of them, they don't spray anymore that much, and then you have to put them in your jacket and warm them up, but most times it works perfectly. So this is not such a big problem with the cold weather, in my opinion, in my experience. Styles M has bought some Copics too and has to go to work now. Sorry for you. I've painted in the flat of this guy already. He's a customer as well, a proud owner of a full graffiti piece at his stairway upwards in his flat. Smoe, do you like loop cans? To be honest, I painted with loop cans, and I did not think that they are so much different than other cans. I like them, yes. Why not? Can you write, Smoe at smoenova.de. This is my email address, pretty easy. But please don't expect me to write a long critique or anything. I'm really honored when you send me something. But I will just have like 20 words of thank you, of gratitude. Yeah. Hey Smoe, do you prefer sketching digitally or traditionally? And if it has to be fast, I love to paint on a paper so much more, because it is, for me, it is so much faster to paint on a paper, because you can't delete, you can't morph, you can't go back and try out stuff, and because you are not so free to do whatever you might try out, it is definitely faster. And so I like to paint on a paper when it has to be fast, or when I just want to sketch some quick ideas. But when I really want to work on the proportions, like for a new canvas or something, then, oh, I made a wrong decision. I want to make it here. I want to make the slicing at this point in a different way, because I think it is more important to see this part of the line than the part down there. But when I want to really work on the proportions and try out stuff, and when I got the time, and then I love to paint on digitally so much more. I think both worlds need to be there. Both worlds have their advantages, but for me, if it has to be fast, it should be on a paper. Because on a paper, you make real decisions, fast decisions, and you have to work with it. The paper that I'm drawing on now is Munken Polar. I write it in there. Munken Polar. And I really like this paper. I still know it from the time when I was studying designs, and when we had to make the decision which paper we will use for these sketches, we agreed that we will use Munken Polar, because it's just such a good paper. It's not soaking that much, and also it does not get wobbly in any way. And this is perfect as well, because I hate it when you paint on a paper with markers and suddenly the paper gets wobbly and you don't know when you touch the paper with your pen, because it is so wobbly, because it's not a flat surface anymore. What do I think about Moses and Tubbs? Yeah, I think they're doing their job pretty good. What I really like about Moses and Tubbs is the idea of having an own color scheme, like this yellow and turquoise. You just need to put yellow and turquoise somewhere, and people who know Moses and Tubbs, they immediately know, oh, okay, this has to be from them. I think this is pretty cool. And yeah, I think they're doing a good job. But I in person, I'm not really made for doing bombings and painting on trains and doing so many throw ups and so on. I like working slow, working at legal spots, working in a chilled atmosphere. This is so much better to me. And at the end, everyone in graffiti scene has to do what pleases the writer the most. And if you like to paint illegally more, I don't judge that. The first cans I ever used, the first cans I ever used were from the hardware store, and they were really bad. But I don't know the. I think their name was Prestolit or something, but it's just a hardware store brand that nobody else knows, and they were terrible. So I'll make the slicing over here like this. I'll make it there, over there as well. This. My first influences, what first influenced me to become a graffiti writer was the graffitis at the German Autobahn, and I was just fascinated, and I just thought that it is very, very beautiful what I see over there, and I want to paint the same stuff. It was just these colors, the forms, and it was not the action or something, and I grew up without having any contact to the graffiti scene or something. This all happened just years and years later. The first time that I met a graffiti jam was in 2010, and I started dealing with graffiti letters and trying out all this stuff in 1998. And I bought my first spray cans in 2001. So if you just hear these numbers, you will probably notice that it all took very, very, very long. And I still feel like an extraterrestrial a little bit in the graffiti scene. Because there are so many people who know how things are made right and how you have to do it and how you have to think about specific things, and I just don't know all this stuff, and I even feel like that I don't want to know how I have to be or what I have to think and how the scene has to be and who is real and who's not real, and who deserves respect and who does not deserve respect, and I just don't understand all these things. It's just weird. Similar, but I don't. No, it's the Copic Multiliner. The Copic Multiliner. Zeig mal kurz dein Knie. Was ist mit meinem Knie los? Richie. The right way to do something in art is the way that you do something as an individual. Yes, I agree. There are no rules. At the end, you have to feel right. You have to feel good with the stuff that you're doing. And if you feel good, you're doing it right. Because so many people are always asking me for a critique and what I think about their art and if they're doing it right and so on. And I always say, if it makes you happy, you're doing it right. You don't have to progress and all this. There are so many weird things in the internet, like You have to paint every day. You have to practice every day. If you don't, you have to work hard. And so on. This is all bullshit. You don't have to work hard. You have to just love what you're doing, and you have to practice if you like it. You have to do stuff that you like in your free time. And there is so many depressed artists who were in love with art for some time, but who are not anymore, and who ask me like, oh, how do you find motivation to paint? Yeah, if I'm not motivated to paint, I don't paint. That's it. And if I get paid to paint, and I notice that I don't have enough money for the month, yeah, it feels easier to me to motivate myself, even if I don't feel like that much to paint that day. But if I paint in my free time, and if I want to paint in my free time, but I feel like I don't really want it that day, I just don't do it. I don't paint every day. I don't try to be the guy who forces himself to the limit. Do the daily grind. Yeah, I'm so hard. No. Copy style that you enjoy the more do you? Copy style that you like. Yeah. Did you paint unicorns this morning? No. I did not paint unicorns until now. I think I did not even use the unicorn emoji today, even if I like it the most. This is one of my most favorite emojis, besides the usual laughing yellow smiley and want to paint. How about when I want to paint but nothing comes out? I don't know this. If I want, I have so many unfinished projects on my iPad Pro, like sketches that I started one day but never finished, and then I hop over to another project and paint there if I feel stuck in one painting that I'm recently doing, but that I want to paint and I don't know what. At the end, this is the advantage of painting graffiti, because you're painting the same stuff all the time anyways. It's just S, M, O, and E, and yeah, there's not so much to think about. This is one really big advantage. Can you sketch these? If I had the choice for my whole life to shit while standing or to pee while sitting, what I would choose, and of course I would choose to pee while sitting, because I really enjoy it to sit on the toilet with my iPad Pro and paint. Yeah, so answer is pretty easy. Oh, Tita Sugars is there! What's your most favorite piece you have done recently? Yeah, my most favorite piece is the next YouTube video that you will see on my channel. I can teaser it right now. It is. I even got the first print already. It's this beauty. This one. I'm so proud about this one. I love it. I can even put this plastic wrap away. Yeah, this is my most... It's the piece that I like the most. So happy with it. And I'm really looking forward to do the YouTube video about it. Can you sketch fix, please? No, I will just do the Richie and share some thoughts while doing it. And yes, of course I can sketch every name. This is not a problem, but I can't sketch 2 sketches at the same time. So fix, not now. Raina, please. Smoe. What I think about political statements in graffiti. Yeah, everyone is free to say whatever he or she thinks. Of course, there are political statements that I don't like, and some are that I like more. But we are living in a democracy, and I think it is good that everyone is able to say his or her opinion. So in general, I don't judge it, but I'm not a political guy. Yeah, and so I don't make any. All my message is just love, peace, and harmony, and respect each other. Try to listen to each other, and don't think in like racist and left and right and who is right, who's wrong, and the public opinion and I think sometimes it's super interesting to listen to people who have a complete different opinion like you have, and sometimes you can even take some ideas from people that you think that they're completely stupid, and afterwards you just notice that you didn't give the themes that other people are thinking about that much attention. I think we can all learn from each other, and we should all live in peace and harmony. Yeah, that's my opinion. Okay, there's someone writing the same stuff. Why I see? Yes, physical letter sculpting with clay is like this one. This is a 3D printed one, and I also made studies with styrofoam like this one. This is interesting to learn from it as well. But I really would love to make a video about how I sculpt a whole graffiti sketch and paint it afterwards, and I think this would be so interesting. Oh, and by the way, now I feel already so much better doing it, doing the sketch in a live stream. I was really nervous the first 10 minutes, and now I feel like I can continue like that. So probably this won't be the last live stream of an easy sketch. on paper. Did we witness the first ever Smoe live stream? Yeah, something like that. This is the the first. No, it's the second public live stream. I've done a live stream with two friends like 3 years ago, but I've never done it afterwards anymore. And I've done several live streams in my Smoe class when I did the Smoe class. But it was like we had 50 classes. This is how I called my students, and there were always like 30 people online, and it felt like a Zoom meeting with friends, and going live with an audience where you do, oh, whoa, Julian, thank you for the 10 euros. This is crazy. How is this possible? You can send 10 euros here? Thank you. Crazy. Julien Cretin. I would love to pronounce your name in the right way, but I'm not able to do this. Thanks so much. Crazy. Wow. Really nice sketch, Smoe. Yeah, thank you. It still is not done. I think there is still about 45 minutes. I will take the other side of the Copic. I think there are still 45 minutes of sketching left until all the details look the way that I wanted. If he did, he would have said something, so stop asking that question, it's really annoying. Okay, however. I think it would be cool if I had the questions like here, that I don't have to look to the screen over there all the time to see some questions. Oh, and it would be cool to have someone who reads the questions for me. Maybe this is something that we could improve for the next live stream, so that I can just sit here and sketch and if I have another phone, I can do that. Yes, I have another phone, but I don't know where. I can try it. I can try it. Q&A questions for the next live stream. Yeah, you can ask over here immediately. So if I open my own live stream here, probably. Sup. Yeah! Yeah, this is so much more clever. Now you can see how much lag we actually have. The artception, streamception, yes. I think when I put it like here for long enough, then we will have a whole tunnel. Oh, ooh. But this does not work. Oh, the wrong one. Ich bin live, Schatz, ne? Ich sag's dir nur.
Ja?
Ja.
Hello, hello, hello. Hören die dich?
Ja. My wife entered the building. Hello Nova. Hello Smoe wifey.
Hello.
Do I know Twitch app? Yes, I know the Twitch app. And my cameraman always tells me that I should start sketching live or doing live streams on Twitch. And we are thinking about this for the whole year already, but we never started with it. And maybe this is the epic moment of my live stream career. I guess she will print now. Yes, my wife will start printing immediately because this is what she this is what she's doing all day. She's my official printer girl, always printing. She already stands in front of the print. Graffiti show next year where we have 2 teams. We have yes, Mr. Tito Sugars. We should really do this. We should really arrange the graffiti show. This would be so cool. But this would be so much work. But it would be fun. It would be so much fun. Thank you, Farrell.
So, ich gehe lieber nach unten. Ich hab da meine Ruhe.
Oh, my wife leaves the office now because she thinks that she will just annoy us. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
I am actually invited to come back to Brazil in November, but somehow the conversation suddenly stopped and I never heard anything back from the person who wanted to invite me. I said that I'm open, but the wall that should be painted was like 200 meters long and 20 meters high, and I said, yeah, okay, but this is such a big wall. How many people will paint on this wall? I can't paint like 200 meters and 20 meters high. And then this person said, yeah, but you will get some helpers. And then I wanted to talk a little bit about money, because even if I get everything for free, I still got my running costs at home, and painting like such a big wall will take a month and longer, and I just can't afford it. And then the conversation stops. So if I get an invitation to Brazil, I'll definitely come back, because it was so nice. I really enjoyed it very much. Everyone was so nice over there, but I can't pay it on my own. Okay. This already looks pretty nice. So let's see what we can still add. I would love to have all the outlines a little bit thicker, because it just looks better when the outlines are a little bit thicker. So I will go all around the outlines, make them all a little bit thicker to give them a little bit more power. Yes, of course I could use just a thicker fine liner, so just a liner that is not so fine, but I can still adjust the outlines that way a little bit and play around with the thickness. Do I like narwhals? I don't know. Probably like all whales, they are in danger to die. So aren't narwhals the whales with the long horn? Isn't it the unicorn of the seas, the narwhal? Sorry, I'm not that good in biology. Who's Richie anyway? Richie is one customer who ordered a sketch on my website. They are not available, but I still have to paint some more sketches, and I just thought maybe I go live, answer some questions, so that I don't sit alone in my office all the time. And I don't have any editing afterwards. So this was the question. This was the idea why I'm live and why I'm recently sketching the name Richie. And by the way, Richie already ordered this two weeks ago, so I'm already a little bit late. But maybe Richie will be happy when he sees that that I even did this live stream video. Yeah, Bobby! Bobby is alone in his studio as well, so now we are when several people are together alone, they're not alone anymore. Momi asks me if I would love to come to Kulmbach. I never heard about this city, but they have a really big wall over there. And if I am in Kulmbach suddenly, by coincidence, I will think about the big wall. But yeah, I have so many walls in my hometown, and I'm not able to paint them all. So yeah. Well, I was thinking about doing a series on my YouTube channel. Smoe is testing halls, and I test different Hall of Fames, and I drive to the Hall of Fames and rate them and give them some stars about in different categories, like how many new artworks are there, what's the quality of the artworks, are there some bushes to pee, is there a supermarket close to the hall, and just give them some stars and so on. But yeah, it's one of all these stupid ideas that I have, and I have to admit at the end that I just don't have the time for it. No. Rust and GTA 5 live streams asks if I have ever been in Australia. And I've never been in Australia. I've never, before I was in Brazil, I've never left. Oh no, I think I was on an island in front of Africa, but I forgot the name of it. I was on a holiday, but most times I was just in Europe. And I've never been in Australia. Well, I love Australia a lot. I love this culture, and even play the didgeridoo myself, and I think it's such a funny instrument. It sounds like farting all the time. Whoa! We love you from the United Arab Emirates. Coco! Coco! Thanks so much. Thanks a lot. In Australia, the government pay artists to do graffiti? Okay, this is crazy. In Germany, all the graffiti artists just do it for the fame. The government does not have to pay them. I'm watching a sketch and preparing my own commission for the next week. Yeah, Wes, you all. I wish you all the best with your commission. When I'm painting commissions, I'm always happy when I notice in the middle that it will not take as long as I thought it will take. But then suddenly, because I thought it will take longer, of course the price was made like it would take that long, I feel a little bit bad that now everything seems to be so expensive because I'm faster than expected. I'm really not a good businessman. This looks so much more beautiful with thick outlines. Zoom the camera. Yes, I can zoom the camera to see more detail. What? I hope that everything is visible like this. Excusez-moi. Still need change it a little bit. Much better. So now the camera is in a very annoying position for myself. But okay. As long as you feel happy. No, I'm just kidding. Perfect. And now you can see that all my outlines, they are not that super smooth. I'm sometimes jealous when I see other people on Instagram doing all these perfect outlines, especially with a spray can and so on. But everything I do is always a little bit wobbly. At the end I can say it's my style. This is my style. Now it's just the way how my hands work. I thought Smooth is your middle name. Smooth. Smooth. Smoe Smooth Novel. No. My middle name is Crooked. And Forgotten Block. Oh, by the way, this is perfect. As I got so many eyes on my piece now, at the end, when I'm nearly done, I can ask you if you can still see a missing block or a missing shadow. Ah, this is such an advantage. I didn't even think about it. It's a little bit of cheating, but I think it's okay to have some community support. We got your back. So, I'm already thinking about the block effect that I want to apply. Because when the blocks are just in dark gray, I think it's a tiny bit boring. Yes, Marius, you're absolutely right. I'm doing push and pull outlines, but the reason for this is that I can't rotate the paper because I decided that I want to not rotate the paper to have a better result for the video and for all of you, because otherwise I would rotate the paper all the time. And also I think that it's my hand, it's always making a little bit of a movement, probably. Only doing pull outlines, I've never thought about this. For me, when I do outlines, it feels more like I'm carving the letters than I'm really making outlines. I try to carve the perfect shape of the white that is surrounded by the black outlines. And then I carve a little bit away. This is how I think about the outlines. Maybe this is why they are so wobbly. If I make the outlines thicker and thinner just by feeling, or if I have a rule, I probably have a rule, but I could not tell it to you because I did not think about it. It's a feeling, because over here at this thin extension of the C, of this single connected extra bar that is coming out of the C, I think if I would make the outline thicker over here, it would look stupid, while these big parts, they really like to have a big outline, and it is more feeling. Yeah, it's more about the feeling. And I don't think that it is necessary to have thick outlines everywhere. Richie. Okay, let's erase a little bit. Let us erase. Do you have heard of MIA crew from Australia? No. The MIA crew in Australia is probably doing a great job, but they didn't make it to the small village called Warendorf at the west side of Germany. MIA crew is not, I don't know, I never heard about them. Maybe if I see some artworks of them, but as you ask like that now, I don't know MIA crew, no. I think it needs some thick lines over here as well. If I ever met Mad C, no, I never met her. But I really liked her dinosaur wall and the, was it the 400 wall or the 4000 wall? This one wall with the style machine that is creating graffitis, and they're in the ocean fighting with some ships and an octopus and so on. Wow, this was such a nice wall. So much work. And so much attention to the detail. She's really doing great stuff. Let's see. Beim oberen E-Bogen fehlt das am Block. Das vielleicht. I don't know. Now let's make some shadows. Shadows in neutral gray number 3. And we imagine that the light source is shining into this direction, so all parts that are making shadows on other parts are making them downwards to the right side. Here as well. Downwards. There as well. I won't make a shadow here. So this one gets a shadow. This C is making a shadow on the H. The R is making a shadow on the H as well. So this is all melted, so there is not that much shadow. So we got a little shadow here, some shadow there, some shadow here. Shadow there as well. Richie. Next thing, we want to add some section lines. I love to add these section lines to my letters because they break the thick parts that are pretty boring, and I just add thin lines that are in a 90 degrees angle to the middle line, to the line that is to the stroke of the single letter. So we got one here. Maybe the R gets one in the middle there, ends there. Let's give this extra bar 2 section lines, because you can see the section, the middle, the line, the stroke of this line goes like this and goes downwards and changes its angle like here and goes into this direction. And so these 2 section lines have a different angle. So, good. Good. Oh, this already looks pretty nice. Let's think about the background. You missed a block, but won't tell you where. Thank you, Ekapo. Maybe this is because this is my signature move anyways, and I make always fun about it. It's okay to miss a block. But I want to make these outlines here a tiny bit thicker. Do you have tips for the shading? You think it's pretty hard? No. Just try it. Try to make it look right. It does not have to be right. Try not to forget too many shadows. And I forgot a whole shadow over here. Zack. Yeah, and just practice it. Practice it. Try it. Try to be good try to be good with your shadows in 5 years. Don't put too much pressure on yourself, because otherwise you will be frustrated. So, of course, the broken halo heart needs to. Thanks again for 3.69 Arabic dollars. Thank you. So the background will be just this wobbly Arabic dollars. I don't know. Is it Arabic dollars or what is it? AED? Arabic Emirates dollars? And on the center of the C where it meets the H, center of C. Ah, yeah, okay, you could. Yeah, but this is not a tiny block. This is maybe it looks a little bit like that, but no, there is no shadow missing. Schlup, schlup, some holes in it. Richie. An H over the I. No. This is like, it's a mixture of a section line and an outline. It is on the same height. It is meant to be like that. I always think that these lines, they look so beautiful on a sketch, but I would never do them on a wall. I've done them on a wall once and it looked totally stupid. But on a sketch, it gives it so much more energy and extra power. So cool. We can make a nice shading to the block as well. So I can tell you a little bit about the rules that I'm always thinking about when I do the blocks. Like I did in the one blocks tutorial, one of the last YouTube videos. Are you going to collaborate with Tash? Tash once did a YouTube video for me and I did not reply until now. We are always a little bit in a contact, writing some nice messages on Instagram. I have loads of respect for his work and for his creativity, building new tools. And if he would come over to Germany, I would definitely say yes. But we did not plan anything until now. And as usual, in my chaotic life, I don't want to promise too much. But yes, if the opportunity is there, I would definitely say yes and work with Tash, because I really enjoy his videography skills. His beats, because he makes all the beats for his videos on himself. I think a lot of people don't know this. And yeah, I would collaborate with him 100%. Have you painted with Can 2 yet? No, still not. We were trying to find a date, and then yeah, it didn't turn out, and I just didn't want to annoy him, and I'm just, when it happens, it happens, and I'm a little bit nervous when I just think about painting with Can 2. There's a saying that says never meet your idols, and this would definitely, there is a lot, it can be very cringe, I think, when fanboy Smoe has to paint with Can 2, and having my cameraman over there, and I probably ask way too many weird questions and so on. But when it happens, it will happen. But I don't want to put any pressure on it. I think he will not stop painting and I will not stop painting, so one day our ways will cross. We already met each other, I think 3 or 4 times, and had some small talk. It was always nice, but nothing too serious. Maybe. But I'm I'm a little bit afraid. Fanboy Smoe, yes. You'll be cringe, but you'll be free. Yeah, that's true. Richie. Now Richie gets some really nice blocks. Let's give Richie some nice blocks. I use this 3 stars black crayon. It's a crayon, I think. And I will make all holes dark at the end. This is how we start. Always the hole is dark the end, and it goes with more and more softer pressure, it goes upwards. This is a hole, it's dark at the end. Let's make a little outline over there to show that there's an edge. So this is dark at the end. And this is dark, it's a hole. All holes are dark at the end. So there is another hole that's dark. Oh, there's a tiny line missing as well. Probably like here. The broken halo heart. It's both. It's a heart and it's a broken halo. At the end, if this is a halo and you break it in the middle, then you got a heart. This is the idea about the broken halo. So, because a lot of graffiti artists, they have just a halo that is flying on top of their piece, and I broke it because I'm not so holy, and now it's a heart. That's the story about the broken halo heart. Hello from Norway, Rikard. Hello from Germany. Thanks a lot for joining this live stream. My second official live stream, the first in 2022. So this hole is dark at the end as well. Oh, there is a line missing. So let's make this dark as well. Beautiful. This hole is dark at the end as well. So, okay. Now, to make the edges more visible, we start at some edges and totally random, we add a fading to the block. Over here I add a fading because I want to make the block that is facing downwards a little bit darker. Over here we make it as well, a little bit darker over here until it goes into this roundish shape. Can make it over here a little bit darker. And I don't know if this is right or something. It just has to look right. To make this corner a little bit more visible, this edge, we add a shadow. Dice longer coming up. Yo, Dice. So it seemed like you want to invite me to London. I think I will be in Great Britain anyways, because one day I will meet Mr. Tito Sugars over there as well, and we will collaborate and do some stupid stuff. Yeah, this already looks nice. Let's sharpen. Let's sharpen with a nice crayon. When did you start spraying? In 2001. 2001. I bought my first spray paint. Oh, I hate this. Come on, please. Super clean. Thank you. Now the crayon is always breaking. It's breaking, it's breaking. Terrible. Okay. Now you will be part of the whole story with the crayon. Better? Better? It's broken again. Oh, this is terrible. Try the other side if this is better. Maybe the blade is not sharp enough or anything. Come on! Don't break, just be sharp. Ah, okay, finally. Ah! Okay, I will continue with habe ich denn noch hier irgendwo einen schwarzen? Oh, I still got another black one. I use this one. Oh, it's even better. Hello from Argentina. Yes, I'm a coffee addict. I drink about like 5 coffees a day at least. So all the blocks that are more facing away from the light source, of course, get a little bit darker. I can add a 45 degrees angle shadow over there as well. Beautiful. This will make more sense when I add the drop shadow. No, the cast shadow, sorry, the cast shadow. Good, good, good. Maybe a little bit of shadow here as well. I think the sea could get some more shadow. So good. Oh, the eye dot needs some more shadow. I made it without printing. Yeah, my wife, I think she will start printing again after the live stream. Because she knows that I'm live. Where's my markers to tip? Good. Okay. This already looks nice and clean. So let's add the cast shadow to it. Of course, if all the shadows are going downwards to the right side, the cast shadow will go downwards to the right side as well. In a 45 degrees angle, because our imaginary light source is going downwards in a 45 degrees angle. Let's go over it a second time. So here as well, 45 degrees angle. If I know some cool graffiti movies, no. To be honest, I have never seen a cool graffiti movie. Most times when I see movies, I'm extremely annoyed that all the graffiti is so bad. It's like they have millions and millions for the actors, but they don't have a couple of $1,000 for a nice graffiti artist to make them some cool graffiti. Just in the last years, even the games companies and so on, they start realizing that there is some sort of quality. So, and now the one shadow needs to align here. Is this right? Okay, I think I messed it up. But if you know cool graffiti movies, you can write them in the comments. I won't have the time to see them anyways, but because I really don't see that much movies. If I have some free time, I like more to paint or to read comments or just to chill with friends. I'm not such a movie guy. I've never seen Star Wars. I've never seen Lord of the Rings, Breaking Bad, and all this stuff that people have to know and have to be seen. But I never saw all this stuff. I have no idea about it. But I've heard so many stories about it that I can easily fake it on a garden party and say, oh yeah, I've seen this, yes, of course. So cool, this one scene. Eat your eggs before I break your legs. Okay. Whatever this means. Zup. Okay. I need to check. Okay, then I'm checking the order, and he wants to have PDM, the letters PDM and core in the letters in a small way, like a fill-in effect or like a design. So let's put the PDM over here. P D. Oh, there's not enough space. The P was too thick. P D M. Let's melt them a little bit together. You're doing a commission. Yes, this is a commission. This is one of many black and white sketch commissions that were ordered through my website. On 15th of November, I will unlock 5 more sketches, and I think they will be sold pretty fast, but recently they are not available. PDM? Potsdam. Ah, okay. PDM. Just for a second I thought I'm painting the wrong letters. Like at the beginning when I missed the second I. PDM. And Richie needs some fill-in designs, some chips here and there, not too much. Some bubbles too. Maybe some bubbles? No, I don't like bubbles in the fill-in that much. We could think about a second layer of background, maybe a black background with bubbles or something. We could do this as well. But I don't like it that much when there are bubbles in the fill-in. Of Richie, and then he wanted to have the word core in it. PDM, and then let's make the core here. That's the cartoon funk. I love it when the letters within the fill-in align to the outline, so that it looks like if they were stretched into the shape of the letter. I think this always makes them more beautiful. And so they're interacting a tiny bit with the piece or with the sketch. Okay. I should be in class. Ricardo, go to your class. Jose, go to class. We'll just add a tiny bit of black chips that are flying around at the outside of the sketch. They give the whole sketch a little bit more motion, like these motion lines that you have in cartoons. What's up? top of E not have the shadow like the rest? Why does the top of the E, it does. Here, this is not that visible, but it's there. It has the shadow. The shadow always starts at the bottom of the block. So the block is going downwards, and this is where the shadow starts. And the E, if you imagine the block is going to the vanishing point that was over here somewhere, it goes down here, and then it starts and goes to the side. So there is not that much shadow visible. Now I need my eraser thingy. We could add a little bit of more background. Oh, that's cool, Coco. We introduced you into graffiti. This is funny. I always like to read messages from, especially from older generations that say they stopped doing graffiti in the 90s and now they build themselves a wall in the backyard. And this is so funny. Okay, now I think we're done with this one. I'm happy with it. It does not need anything more. We're in such a danger to overstyle it. So I would say we're done. So I write, yeah. You're Richie. Smoe 2020. Oh, I nearly forgot the most important thing. And sometimes I even forget it. Zup. Greeting to the family. Never forget the family. Okay, friends and followers. Schatten unten am C. Schatten unten am C. Okay, you think over there. Yeah, there's in the holes. You're right! In the holes. I forgot to paint the shadow in the holes. You're absolutely right. I forgot it in all holes. But it is nearly not visible. More live streams from the studio. I could watch an hour of this every day. Thanks a lot, Bobby. Richie. Good. Peace out. Thanks a lot. I will stop the live stream now, and I hope that you enjoyed it. To be honest, I don't know how to stop it. Maybe just the X. Do you want to quit the live stream? Yes. I want to quit the live stream. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.